Hi, my name is Dan Straw. I'm currently in Birmingham in the UK and currently unemployed, looking for my next role, but have been in nightclubs and hospitality as management level for the past 10 years, working my way up to general manager, venue manager, and even operations director at one point. Been at venues that have been up to 1,400 capacity, doing all things from live music, pop-up food events, conferences, nightclub nights, like musical bingos, all that kind of thing. Just a whole different range of events of people coming through. I've been doing majority nightclub events, nightclub venues, even particularly before lockdown happened in 2020. I was in Cambridge quite a lot, a nightclub that was 330 capacity, and we do about 20,000 UK um, net takings on the bar a week. Got that very profitable until sadly lockdown happened and the business got sold. More recently, I've been an operations director for a nightclub company as well called Out Out Nightclubs. We're setting up everything from scratch for them, all their process procedures, all their compliance, all their training, all their suppliers, all their deals, everything like that, all their bookings, literally everything. More recently, I've been in events venues where it's still been doing the nightclub events, but it's done live gigs with professional musicians that are touring. So it's not just a local band or one man and his guitar. It's actually people doing it for a living, uh, doing things like music bingos, brunches, pop-up events, food events, and conferences. Most recent, it was a 1,400 capacity nightclub, and it would do anywhere between 70,000 to 90,000 UK wet sales on the bar every single week. So it was very high turnover type of venue. In my most recent role, that was the 1,400 capacity events venue. We had quite a lot of staff there. We had 42 members of staff on our books at the peak of it, three duty managers, a sales and marketing manager, 15 security, three techs, so sound and light technicians, and then there was an owner and operations director above me, but just everyone else was below me in that kind of level. On a general shift, we would have about 20 members of bar staff, the 15 security, and one or two technicians, as long as with two of the managers as well. For responsibilities during the busy period, it was more making sure everything was ticking over very smoothly because we'd have a sellout most nights. And it was dealing with any issues that came upon the night during these busy periods. So if the post machine stopped working, or if there were any issues with staffing or customers, mainly on the front door, making sure everybody was getting in properly and safely, making sure the security were doing all the job that they needed to do, and making sure it was safe for everybody coming in, and dealing with anybody that had any problems or if there were any incidents that happened throughout the night. I've got a wide range of experience with budgets, KPIs, waste control, and P&Ls. Because every venue I've been at, it's had full P&L accountability at every venue. So it was responsibility for every pound going in and out of the business. So making sure all the percentages were done right, all the labour percentages, security percentages, entertainment, cleaning, management, uh, overall encompassing everything. And making sure we weren't overspending on any areas, making sure we can look any areas we can do. KPIs were mainly EBITDA, so that was the earnings after taxable profits at the end of every week, and we'd have budgets and targets to hit for those kind of things. And I have spreadsheets on spreadsheets of different formulas that work out all the different figures and the percentages for us based on forecasting and actual takings and what we can do staff wise. And so it's all can be seen very nice and easily. So it's a case where I very much understand the figures where I am at every place I've been to because it was drummed into me when I was in Cambridge by the managing director there. He was very much that all the general managers had to know their figures, no matter what was going on week on week. So it gets you into some very good habits. I think I'd be a strong fit for any venue that I'll be going into, just from the experience that I've got over the last 10 years, from different types of venues that I've been in as well, in different cities, particularly as well. So there's all kinds of different people. So, like, Cambridge is very, very, very different to Birmingham, for example. Like, Cambridge is in its own little bubble, whereas Birmingham can be a bit more mainstream. And then there was Leeds, which was a bit more student heavy. So it's all kinds of different walks of life. So I've already got exposure to how different people operate in different places, and I've adapted with that. So it would just be a case of getting my feet on the ground and learning what the current market is like in that particular area that I could be placed in, and then leaning very heavily into that. Particularly since I've been at very high volume venues already, particularly like I said in Leeds, where it was 1,400 to doing 70 to 90,000 UK across the bar, and even in Birmingham, it was doing 30,000 UK across the bar. That's without ticket sales and entry money coming into it as well, or any food, especially. I'd like to relocate because the hospitality industry in the UK is suffering quite a lot, and the most recent budget that has come out as well is putting even more pressure and strain onto the industry, and is causing a lot of venues to close down. So things are getting very, very tough out here. So Australia seems like the next good step and would be an exciting challenge.